Okay. I ain't gonna try to be too long because I don't want to be a couple of hours on here like I was before. So now I'm gonna jump over to verse 11. Oh, verse 10. Nope, I'm gonna go up to 9. Well, if that's the case, I might well read on down. Verse 6, man, because I ain't think I'm looking at where I'm going, even though 11 through 14 is the most significant. I'm seeing how everything still goes. So, verse 6, I read it on down through. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am our Father. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. You see him clicking. And when I beheld, verse 8, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. They were laying there, the dead soul, dead body. No soul, a dead body on the ground. Then he said unto me, verse 9, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus says our Father, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied, verse 10, as he commanded me. And the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, an exceedingly great army. I got a routine I'm planning on doing. That's when we'll come back to that. That I really got a routine. I want to do, make it like a nation of people. I want us to be boom, 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 boom. I'm telling you, I want to do this. When y'all, if any of y'all see this and y'all want to get into it, please let me know. I'm with you. I got a song already ready for it. I'm gonna start back again soon, showing the steps to the song, or should I say steps to the routine. The steps is simple. It's a long routine, kind of long, but the steps are simple. All you gotta do is follow the count. Follow the count. Follow the count. That's all you gotta do. And I love this, because I see the vision. And I really seeing us doing it as a nation of people. Come together as one people. Doing this routine together, showing who we are. The nation of YIsrael. Verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off of our parts. We cut asunder. They done cut us every which way we're loose. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we've been. We don't know our heritage. We don't know our culture. All we call ourselves is black. We don't even see what we've been through according to the book, that who we are. Some of them is still in derision, still waking up. Don't know who they are. The book shows us and tells us who we are. But no, that's the white man's book. That's the white man's book. The white man gave you that. And you can't see yourself in here. Who gave, if the quote unquote white man gave you the book, who gave the white man the mindset to put it in the book the way that he got it? I wonder. Who gave him the mindset to put it there so we can see it the way we see it, to understand it for what it is? Only those who sigh and cry for the Father can see clearly. Yeah. Therefore, okay, I think I got, verse 12. Verse 12. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Father, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of YIsrael. He's going to cause us to come up and cause us to come. A lot of people have gone. And I'm going to tell y'all today, still, at the time when I went through my spiritual awakening, I was led to go somewhere. But I didn't have no understanding what was going on. But the Spirit was trying to guide me, and I didn't know. I didn't understand. Spirit said, well, go to hell then. You know where I'm at? I'm in hell. Was in hell. I'm slightly in hell now. I'm in the perimeters of hell, but I'm not a part of hell anymore. This United States is hell, whether y'all know it or not. Look at all the stuff that goes on around us. Look at the people dying in the streets, people killing each other. All this stuff that's going on is hell. People are too busy getting tricked on television, thinking the TV, the stuff that you see, the people burning, and I don't know nothing about that hell because I ain't been there. Some people have dreamed about it. Some people went to there in another vision or another dimension. But in this hell that we living in, people dying like crazy. People are sickly. You know what I'm saying? Why is people getting sick like this? Who is the devil? The ones that call the devil, as it is in Revelations chapter 12, 7 through 11 or 7 through 12. They have deceived the whole world. They're poisoning you. Look up this information called the secret covenant. The secret covenant will give you the clue to what I'm sharing with you. And those that has been doing the things that they're doing, they know what they've been. Listen to, I'm pleading with y'all. I give y'all information. The Restored Republic. Just listen to the information. Also go to sovcpr.com. Listen to the archive. Dr. Henderson has been putting it out for years. He's been putting it out for years. No matter what you think of him, he's been putting it out for years. Go to sovcpr.com, listen to the archive, listen to the information because they got recordings. If you don't go to the main call, because they got the number where you can call in. They got the numbers where you can call in throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think Wednesday and Friday they got a double. They do one in AM and they do one in PM. But I always listen to me and my wife, we always listen to the recording because we be busy. So we listen to the recordings. Go there, check the information out. sovcpr.com. This is the brother that's over indexing. I've been indexed, so my job is to get out here and help wake other people up. Also, I'm saying this real quick. The 29th that's coming up, which is 2 days from today, the 29th, will be, if you go to the event page on Facebook, you'll see us on there. Go to the event page there, and if anybody want to share it, go there and share with somebody. You may can pull it up on something like Zoom or something like that, probably. But you can actually get that, or you can copy it, share it with people, and get indexed, y'all. Get indexed. It frees you from the system. I'm telling y'all. Get indexed. Back to the story. And ye shall, verse 13. And ye shall know that I am the Father, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. Number 14. And shall put my spirit. This is what this is talking about. Remember I told you the Lamb is the spirit? And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Father, have spoken it and performed it, saith our Father. Now, actually going from 36 to 37, I'm going from 37 to 36 to show you the difference, and certain things are supposed to happen as well according to the Spirit. What the Father said he's going to do. How the Lamb is the Spirit upon Israel, Judah being the one that holds the scepter, which is the Lion of Judah. The Lion is Judah. So we're going to start at 16. I'm going to read on down. I'm not going to read. I'm just going to show y'all what the Father's going to do as in sprinkling the water, because in the last days, all this is about the latter days. Everything that's being revealed is talking about the day that we're in. I started off with that. The day that we're in the latter days. The latter days is when the book is open. The book is open for those that seek and search the Father to read and understand the book. This is the ones, not just one man, as a nation, and those out of that nation that's understanding the book to wake everybody else up in the nation. As I shared again, Exodus chapter 4, verse 21 through 23. The key is 22. Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And the key inside of that, just like you got a cup, now you got to go in the cup to get the what you want out of it. The stuff in the cup is in Deuteronomy 18. Deuteronomy 18 is saying that I will raise from among you a prophet, and I will put my words in his mouth. So you got Israel all around, but he's going to get a prophet here, prophet there, prophet there. Don't forget, when Elijah was running from Jezebel, he ran all the way to the mountain, to the Father's mountain. And then he went through some certain situations and found out that he thought he was the last prophet. Everybody thought Jesus was the only prophet. It was prophets at that time. I just want to share this with y'all. It was prophets at that time. It's just that he's the one that got spoken about according to what happened in that time. He's the only one that, no, not the only one. He's the one that was spoken about, that was written about. And I'm not talking about Jesus, I'm talking about Yahshua, that they took the story and they switched the story around and gave it Jesus, which makes this is the greatest story ever told, because the one named Jesus never existed. So this is the reason why that's the greatest story ever told. But until you understand that, in the day we're in, you're still under idolatry. Anybody who still believes in a man that came and died for their sins of the world is in idolatry. Don't even realize it. Once you get that out the way, kick it out, study the law, study the prophets, study the testimony, which is the law and the prophets. Then once you study that strong, then go in the New Testament. Then you'll be able to see what's right and what's wrong. You'll be able to see, okay, I see this little word right here. They put that in and manipulate it. They put this here where it's somewhere in there where it says, if you offend in one part of the law, you offend the whole law. Where's that? You only can do what you know. If I only know up to a certain point, that's what I know and that's what I'm accounted for. Until I learn the rest, this is what I'm accounted for. As I learn, I know more. We got brothers around here saying, if you ain't doing the whole law, man, y'all just overboard. The Father say my laws are not grievous. So it's about getting a good understanding, as I say. Where am I at? Okay, I'm gonna start at Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 16. Moreover, I'm gonna just read through, and I'm just gonna be quick with this because I don't want to be too long. I think I'm almost a couple of hours in here. Hopefully not. I don't want to be that long. But I did 30 minutes so far. I know I'm over an hour. Okay. Moreover, the word of the Father, verse 16, chapter 36, verse 16, starting there. Moreover, the word of the Father came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their ways, by their own way, and by their doings. Their way was before me as an uncleanness, as the uncleanness of a removed woman. Like a woman, I'm just going to say it, like a woman on her period. And I don't like saying that myself, but I just have to put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just, but you know when they like that, we're not supposed to be around them. as in really around them, but it's certain barriers in how we're supposed to handle ourselves according to the scriptures. Verse 18, wherefore I poured out my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land. Now, they killed a lot of prophets at that time and a lot of innocent people. If y'all study the law, y'all may know and understand what I'm saying. Wherefore I poured out my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. They polluted the land because of their idols and killing innocent people and killing people in the land. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed throughout the countries. That means it was spread throughout the earth. And the fathers just show that all through the book. And I'm surprised that people always say, the land, the land, the land. The father said the earth is his footstool. If the earth is his footstool, that means that his children, he gave the earth for the dominion. And the dominion means that we have the dominion over the whole earth, not just in the land. This is why we're spread throughout the earth. And by being spread throughout the earth, we are a kingdom of priests to give to the other nations. There will not be other nations no more because they're going to be Israel, meaning that they're going to keep the law. There's one law for Israel and for the stranger. For Israel and for the stranger. That's the only law, and that's the only nation. When the children of Israel came out of Egypt, it was many nations that came out with Israel. But when they got in the wilderness, what were they called? Israel. YIsrael, Yashuran, that's what they called. They was all going by that same name. There may have been other people that was in there and recognized as something else, but as a nation, they was called Israel. And this is what the world is going to be in the latter days, in the end of all things. At the end of days, the whole world is going to be Israel, anointed Israel. And that's the bottom line of it all. Whether y'all get it or not. More see on the stop. Verse 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed throughout all countries, according to their way and according to their doings, I judged them. Y'all heard that. He judged them according to their way and their doings. That whatever happened to them is because of the things that they done. A lot of people may have came here because you know that when the Father put your spirit back into the vessel that he chose. If you read Ecclesiastes, I think that's 12:7, I believe that is. But it's somewhere around there, the last chapter around the 7th or 8th verse. Y'all can check that out. And when they entered into the heathen, unto the heathen, where they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, these are the people of the Father. See, our own people went there and said to them, oh, you the people of the Father. Let's start bowing and worshiping your gods. Let's start bowing and worship your images, your idols. And that's exactly what's going on, what's been going on, and what's happening today. Right? Okay. What's going on today? These are the people of the Father and are going forth out of his land. See, that's what they said to them other nations. Verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whether they went. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus says the Father, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, wherever you went. You're supposed to be my children. I'm the one who anointed you in the wilderness. You're commanded to keep my word because that's what we agreed to. In Exodus 24, verse 6 through 8. Remember that. Check it out. Verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which you, have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Father, saith our Father, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. That happened to me. Last week it hit me. Last week it hit me strong. I hadn't read this in so long. But that happened to me with my situation in Germany. I was anointed in front of my boy's mother. Woo! That was something. I'm glad to be where I am today. That was my Jacob's trouble, and that was my purification, and that was my second anointing. But that wasn't an anointing. You could say it is, but I got anointed right after that. But I'll tell you that story. I'm gonna give once the time is right, I'm gonna give my story. But right now, verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. He's going to bring, and that happened to me. That right there, he was guiding me. The Spirit was guiding me, but I didn't know. I'm going to tell you, I did not know and understand what was going on at the time. I was going through, like I said, with Jacob's trouble. I was nervous. I was scared. There was a lot of stuff going on with me. That was the time of Jacob's trouble. You'll find Jacob's trouble in about the burning. You'll see the spirit of burning in. We talk about he was sanctifying you for a man that travel, like a woman that travel, should I say? You'll see that in Jeremiah chapter 30, and you'll also see the spirit of burning in Isaiah chapter 4. I think chapter 4 only has 4 to 6 verses. But the spirit of burning that happened to me, it happened to my wife. She went through it as well. Where am I at? Okay, I'm over here. Okay. I'm trying not to be too long. I'm saying I'm not trying not to be too long, but I have to read where I'm at. Okay, verse 24 one more time. Let me stop this right here.